Hello everyone, this is Mr.Manthey again, here to take you through another lesson. Today I'm looking at the week 4 projects, and I'm going to focus on one project for the 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade. I'm going to go ahead and read out the prompt to you. It says, when we talk about different people in art class, we often talk about famous artists. However, this only covers one area of the whole big art world. One type of artist is called a designer. A designer is an artist that creates work for a specific product. People design purses, shoes, cars, clothes, kitchen appliances, everything. I want you to look around your room or house and choose 2 different objects. Then I want you to think about how you could make them better or cooler. Try sketching out your design and include a short bit of writing to explain what you would need or what you added or improved upon. So, the first 2 objects that I'm going to work today are a coffee table and a dog toy. Now, my coffee table right now is a very simple black coffee table. It's just got 4 legs, it's got a top, and then it's also got a small shelf on the bottom. Now, I have a couple problems with my coffee table. For one, it hangs low to the ground, so whenever my dog walks past, his tail has a tendency to knock over some cups or some glasses or anything that's sitting on top of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to build out the top of my coffee table like this. There's my flat top. I'm going to add a couple circles in there, and those are going to be some cup holders, and that way I can put my cup in there and it'll rest in there, and when my dog comes by and hits it with his tail, it won't knock it over onto the floor. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm also going to add a little outlet. The reason I'm going to add a little outlet is because I like to sip my coffee and kind of relax in the morning before I get my day started, especially on my weekends. And sometimes my phone isn't charged all the way, so it's nice just to have a place to plug in your phone. Alright? And then let's say I'm sitting there in the morning and I'm thinking about going out, maybe going to the park or something like that. Well, I want to know, what should I wear? Is it okay to wear a t-shirt today, or is it a little too cold today for anything like a t-shirt? So what I'll do is I'll add a screen that tells me what the weather is. So there'll be a little screen on my coffee table like this, and let's say it's 55 degrees, and I'll add a little cloud right here, and that'll show that it's partly cloudy. So now we have a coffee table that has 3 improvements, and I think that'll be good for me. 3 improvements, not too fancy. I don't need the world's craziest coffee table. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just draw quick arrows to the 3 things I changed. 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to write what they are. So cup holders, dog tail proof. That's right, they got to be tested to make sure they're strong enough to withstand my dog tail. A weather screen. And a power outlet. Alright, and then this is a basic design sketch. This takes a basic thing like a table, and it adds some things to it, some creative things that maybe not everyone would think of, and then it makes it into a new object. So we've done a little bit of design here. Now, the next thing I'm going to draw is a chew toy that my dog has, and it looks like this. Okay, so it's almost like 3 rubber balls that are connected. So there's a big one, a medium one, and a small one, and then there's a hole in here where you can put treats inside, or like sometimes I'll put just like a little dollop of peanut butter if he has to take some medicine in there. Alright, So the thing I don't like about this ball is that because it's not shaped like a circle, when I toss it, either trying to play fetch with him or trying to just, get it away from me if it's gross and slimy, is that it doesn't bounce right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these other two round shapes here, and I'm going to bring it back to just being a regular ball. So that way it'll bounce better. Alright. So I have the regular ball. I'm going to keep the circle inside because I do think it's really helpful when he needs to take his medicine to put a little bit of peanut butter in there with his pill, and he'll find it and get it out, and then it's not as gross as medicine. However, my dog, I got to admit, he is not the smartest dog, and he is not very good at playing fetch. When we throw the ball, he has a tendency just to run after it and then kind of just try and rip it apart. So this is what I'm going to do. On one side of my ball, I'm going to attach a string, and it's going to be a really long string, but because I don't have all the room in the world on my paper, I'm going to draw the beginning of the string and the end of the string, and then in the middle here I'm just going to have a little arrow that says maybe it's 30 feet, okay? And then on the other side of the string, I'm going to draw a little handle. And now, with that little handle, I could hold it in one hand and throw it with the other, and when he tries to run away from me and chew it all to shreds, I could just pull on that string and I could get the ball back. Now the final thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make this ball a little bit more noticeable. And the reason is, if any of you have dogs and you've played fetch, you've probably once thrown the ball and your dog just totally misses where it goes. And then it's kind of hard to see where a ball is, especially if it's green, in a big field of grass. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little button right here on my handle, and then I'm going to add a light right here on my ball. Alright, and this light bulb is going to turn on the inside of the toy whenever I push that button. Okay, and I know what maybe some of you are thinking is like, whoa, that's dangerous. You can't have a light bulb on a dog toy. This isn't going to be one of the glass ones. This is going to be one of those ones that's like super thick, heavy-duty plastic. Alright? So just like we did with the coffee table, it doesn't need to be a full sentence. It's just enough where if we're designing this, we can explain what we did. So we added a handle. I'll say it's for retrieval. So when you retrieve something, it means you're getting something back, bringing something back to your possession. It's got a button that will light up, and it is turned into a ball shape for better bouncing. Okay, so we have our coffee table that has its 3 alterations, its 3 improvements, and we have our dog toy that has 1, 2, 3 alterations and 3 improvements. Now, you can choose whatever objects you want, but I do want you to know that as you look around you, everything you see was designed by something. So when we think about artists and we think about designers, they are constantly looking at all the things around us and they're saying, how do I think about this? How do I feel about this? Can I make this better? Can I improve on this? Is this thing good? Is it bad? And those kind of questions are really helpful as you go forward. And not just as an artist and as a designer, but it's important to be thinking about your surroundings and be thinking about what you can do to make things better or what you can do to improve on things. Alright, I hope you had a good time watching the lesson, and I hope you try it on your own. Good luck, guys.